What's going on, guys? Satsuki the Savage here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Attack on Titan, Chapter 116. Now, this review should be relatively short. In this chapter, we didn't really jump around different venues as opposed to previous chapters. Pretty much, we stay either with Yelena's group, which also consists of Mikasa, Armin, John, Connie, or we stay with Aaron's group, which consists of Gabby and Piek. We did, however, have a lot of dialogue and actions in this chapter, which exposed a lot of people as either liars or just dishonest, you could say. And the people in particular that I'm talking about are Yelena, Mikasa, Armin, Piek, Oyan Capone, and you could throw Gabby in there as well. Starting off with the biggest capper in the chapter, we have Piek, who was straight up lying to Aaron so that she could get on his side so she could break down his defenses, but Aaron was on high alert the entire time. She actually lured him into the trap, but Aaron, not for a moment did he trust Piek, alright? But what did she lie about and what did she tell the truth on? Because I don't know if the story she told Aaron with her father, I don't know if that was a lie, but one thing we can say for certain is that she cares about her friends, because she did ask about Falco and she looked concerned and it looked like she was trying to reassure Gabby. So she cares about her friends. So she was never going to sell them out. So she probably does distrust Marley while trying to do her best to make sure her friends survive. And I have to bring this up. What the fuck is up with Yelena and Piek? What is up with those two? Because every time they seem to talk, which they only talk twice, I believe, but it seems to be this weird ass tension, like sexual tension. That may be me reading into it because I'm a Yuri nigga. I don't know, but you had it to where when they were in Marley and Piek didn't know it was Yelena and they got lured into that trap door or whatever, and then Piek realized, oh, that person was Yelena because of the beard. It looked weird on her. Like, your Eminem shit. Your fucking beard is weird. Alright? She realized that and she said it looked unnatural. But then you have it in this chapter where she looks at Yelena and is like, oh, what happened to the beard? Did you shave it off? It looked good on you. I'm like, what the fuck? What? And I think we have some Yelena x Piek fan art. So, hey, I guess these two are being shipped. Now, talking about Mikasa. In this chapter, she didn't really lie, but she was withholding information to John to protect Aaron. And you know John is still simping for Mikasa. He was like, who hurt you, Mikasa? Who hurt you? I need to know. But you already know, Mikasa is reserved for Aaron, unfortunately. But that got me thinking, who still fucks with Aaron? So what I did was make this chart. I wanted to make a clear visual representation of who still fucks with Aaron. So, starting off with Mikasa, I would have her more so on the side of Aaron is the homie, I'm still fucking with him, but she would be kind of close to the neutral zone because she is probably still shook up from the things that Aaron said to her. Then we have Armin, and he's kind of hard to place, but I will put him more so on the side of fuck Aaron, fuck that nigga. I will put him on that side, kind of close to the neutral zone because they have history together. So I don't think Armin can completely hate Aaron, but I do think he dislikes him right now. Then we have John, and I will probably put him in the neutral zone because him and Aaron were never the bestest of the best friends, but he's still trying to figure out what is going on with Aaron. He's trying to justify his actions, but at the same time, he still thinks he's a bitch-made nigga for the things he's doing. So neutral zone. And then you have Connie, who is completely on the side of fuck Aaron. He a bitch. Burn that nigga at stake. I'm dropping a diss track tonight. Lil Connie on the beat. Lil Connie on the beat. Listen.
Oh my god, Ronnie.
Hey, fuck Aaron Yeager. Heard your brother was a snitch. Hard to get hoes when you been Levi's bitch. Rest in peace, Sasha Browse. That's my little sis. But you gotta kill, that's why I'ma murder you on this fucking diss. And I bring up Aaron's relationship with everybody because once these people are free, because I do believe they will have to escape, probably with the help of somebody, but I'll talk about that later. Once they escape, I want to know which side will they fight for. Someone like Connie, I can see them trying to actively kill Aaron. Someone like John, you could probably sway him on one side or the other. someone like Mikasa, I just don't see her ever going after Eren in some malicious manner. Armin, I have no clue. And we're gearing up for the final battle, it seems, so I expect to see these characters choose a side fairly soon. And now, talking about Armin, after hearing Yelena's speech, her spiel, her rant on how Eren and Zeke are gods in her eyes, this nigga broke down in tears, snot coming out of the nose. And the first thing I thought was, is Bertholt's memories affecting him? But then on second thought, I was like, no, this motherfucker's just lying. Like, what? What? I was trying to figure out exactly why he would fake cry in that moment, because I don't think Armin thinks that a couple of tears are enough to move Yelena. I mean, you never know, because Yelena is fucking crazy, so maybe that is enough to convince her. But I just don't see it, and Armin is a lot smarter than that. So, I don't know, maybe he's trying to use everything he can to get the advantage, but that seemed like a very weird moment to me. But I can't say that he deserves an Oscar like that for crying on cue with the snot too. That's a really good effect. Like, that's some Denzel Washington type shit. Moving on to the brother, Capone. And I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but fuck it, we move. I think he's lying when it comes to him trying to trick Yelena that he's on her side, because I do not believe he's on her side. I don't believe he's with the Eren faction at all. I still think that he is with the Paradise Island group, because he spent all this time with Hanji, and for the conversations that he's had with Hanji, it seems like he actually cares about Paradise Island. So I think he will be the one to free everybody in that cell. And to further my point, in almost every close-up panel you see of a Capone, you can see the sweat drop, and it seemed like Isayama was trying to let you know that he does not feel comfortable around the shit that Yelena is doing, because she's off, and nigga, she shot somebody right in the head, and that was supposed to be her comrade. You think that's going to resonate well with a Capone? I mean, like, Yelena is a wild card, so I just don't see him being on her side. Going to Yelena. Usually she is the biggest liar in Attack on Titan. This time she was overshadowed by PA. But the only real lie she told in this chapter was the fake pleasantries in the beginning, where she went in front of the cell and was like, yo, I'm sorry to see you guys in the cell. I'm like, nigga, no you're not. No you're not. You better be happy Mikasa's behind bars, because you would be dead if not for that. But in this chapter, Yelena was probably the most honest she's ever been in Attack on Titan, because her enemies are locked behind bars. She gets to say her genuine thoughts without any remorse. In this situation, Yelena has no reason to deceive anybody anymore, so I believe what she said in this chapter was 100% truth. And the truth is, she's just the Eren and Zeke fangirl. Real talk, the vibes I was getting from Yelena in this chapter were the same vibes I was getting from Misa, of course talking about from Death Note, because they take fangirling way too far. And since we're on the topic of Yelena, last chapter review I said, would you smash or pass Yelena? And almost 50 of y'all say yeah. So I don't understand why the comment section was telling me otherwise. In the comment section, I was getting, nah, man, I'm passing that bitch. Nah, she way too big. Nah, she way too tall for me. But in the poll, y'all pulled up, and it was looking pretty different to me. I'm just saying, you know, people were trying to make me feel bad for saying, yeah, hey, I'll probably do it. I'm not saying she the best looking Attack on Titan, but I'll probably do it. But, hey, I just want to let y'all know, 50 of y'all said yeah. Just throwing that out there. Lastly, we move on to Gabby, and where she's being dishonest at is where she is lying to herself about hating her entire race, because Gabby has had multiple talks with different people, which in my opinion have shook her resolve in hating all the Eldians and wanting to be a good Eldian, and in turn be an honorary Marleyan, because she's never really questioned how the Marleyans got to value her worth as a person. And that begs the question, how much is an appraisal of a person worth when it's based on race? And I think the talk with her and PA really is going to shake her resolve, and I'm interested to see her character growth in the future. That's why when people keep saying they hate Gabby, I don't hate Gabby, because I'm interested to see what she becomes in the future. And the last things I wanted to mention was, first, my son Falco. He's still alive, still kicking. He looked fine in this chapter. All right, he looked fine. All right, he only had one panel, but he looked all right. That's my son. All right. Second thing I wanted to mention was Eren and the theme of him always being a messiah, because even before this chapter where Elena is referring to Eren and Zeke as gods, he's always been the hope. All right, because when he got the Titanship to powers, Levi was protecting him over his friends, because Levi was like, yo, we need this dude. We need to know more about the Titans, and he can definitely help us. So that's just a theme I noticed. Eren always being the savior of humanity. And how could I forget this? We had that Eren and Reiner confrontation at the end of the chapter, so Reiner is probably going to get his ass beat again. Like, bring that ass over here again, boy. He's about to get his ass whooped again. But I don't think it will be one-sided, because I do think that Reiner is going to have something up his sleeve, because at this point, Eren should whoop his ass, especially with the Warhammer Titan. Like, what? He should whoop Reiner's ass, but Reiner has to have something. He's not just going to straight up fight him with the Armor Titan. At least that's what I believe, all right? But that is it for my thoughts on the chapter. If you guys enjoyed this review, like, comment, subscribe. Satsuki the Savage, out. You had it all the way to where we are. You had that conversation where they had it in Marley.